Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Conspiracy Crashers. In this episode, we're going to go over the Illuminati, the infamous and extremely mysterious group that is said to be made up of the world's most powerful elitists. Many people believe the Illuminati have control over governments around the world. They might be better understood if we look at the times that created them. After the Roman Empire fell, Europe was cast into an era lasting over 1,000 years, better known as the Dark Ages. In this apocalypse that was centered in and around Europe, knowledge and civilization were lost. The void left behind was filled by church, religion, cults, and superstition. This was supported by a system of feudal lords and kings. By the 1400s, after centuries of brutal hardship, common people and even skilled tradesmen were sick of the nobility ruling over them. During this time, there were multiple secret societies which were encouraged or even forced to form due to the church and the feudal government's oppression of them throughout the centuries. The Illuminati sprung up from the many secret societies of the Freemasons and started using their symbols and many of their customs for their own purposes. They existed alongside many of these other groups and even enveloped some of them. For the most part, Freemasonry is what science would be called today. Whether it's architecture, accounting, art, or politics, Freemason symbols have been found in numerous crafts, leading many to wonder where they lead and what secrets they hide. Although Freemasons turned into something closer to a social club, the Illuminati's motivation drove it to become a dominating, enigmatic, and secretive organization that now controls most political and economic development.
When people talk about the Illuminati, it's usually in reference to the Bavarian Freemasons. They're the Enlightenment-era secret society founded on May 1st, 1776 in Bavaria. The group was outlawed by Charles Theodore, the Elector of Bavaria, by encouragement of the Catholic Church. This group is a splinter group from the original Freemasons. The Illuminati began to infiltrate segments of society shortly after its creation, and its true stated goals were to get rid of the church and all forms of religion, and set themselves up in positions of power, in business as heads of state, and other positions of social influence, so that they could dominate and rule the world from behind the scenes. They would use this tactic of infiltration during the era of the Renaissance to gain power slowly and methodically over time. The discovery of this strange group's plan were found out in 1785 when a letter carrier by the name of Johann Jacob Lanz was struck by lightning and killed. Documents revealing their plans were discovered by authorities. The letters reclaimed by the authorities alarmed them. The Illuminati was forced to spread across the globe. Some members moved to the US, and at Yale University, they set up the Russell Trust. Their goal in setting up this trust was to use millions of dollars to take over the US and implement their plans. They did this by starting the Skull and Bones, a secret society at Yale University. It was there that they recruited the rich and powerful and placed them in positions of power in politics and industry that benefited them. Around the early 1800s in Great Britain, the Rothschilds were a very wealthy banking family that profited from the bullion trade, and in the year 1815 they received word that Napoleon had lost the Battle of Waterloo. The Rothschilds and other banking families had sophisticated networks of spies that gave them an advantage. Agents of Rothschild had watched Napoleon's loss and were able to get the news back to England 20 hours before everyone else. Nathan Rothschild used that information to put out a rumor to the stock exchange that Napoleon had won and even started selling his English stocks. Stocks plunged, and at the last moment after English stock had dropped significantly, he began buying them, and he was able to buy up the entire British economy before the actual news of Napoleon's loss hit the market. The stock soared, and some say this is when the Rothschilds became the unofficial ruler of England and the world. It is from this point on where the banking cartels, which comprised the central portion, or head of the Illuminati, began branching out into and controlling business, politics, and even forms of media.
This solidified the Illuminati into history. So there it is, the origins of the Illuminati. Hopefully you learned something today. We will be doing more videos of the Illuminati here shortly, including 1910 to 2010, and also another one on present events. Stick with us and check out our future videos on the Illuminati, as there's still a lot to go over. As always, thanks for watching.